Hello, I am headed to the city to meet up with some book friends for a quick dinner. Welcome to the vlog. It is Monday. What time is it? 4:50 on Monday, June 9th. Today's my best friend's birthday, actually. I'm good, how are you? It's my bestie's birthday today. We took her out yesterday, but there's no footage of that. But welcome to the vlog. But I got distracted. Okay, y'all can hear my best friend is on FaceTime. I made it to the city. I found a park on the street. I just have to walk like a block down, which is not bad. And yeah, my hair is like at the perfect length right now, which I'm really excited about. I should have asked Lacey if she was coming. I don't know why I didn't ask her that. That's it, that's all. My hair really is at the perfect length and my skin looks good. It's every once in a while I look in the mirror and I see exactly what y'all be seeing. I be like, yes, I am pretty as the fuck. Yes. When I'm in the city by myself, I be like, the anxiety kick in. When I'm with somebody else, I be chilling, but when I'm here by myself, head be on a swivel, okay? King David. It's chilly. I wish we would get like a legit, it's almost summertime weather, because it is cold almost. Like legit cold. Good morning. We about to walk up to the school to vote. And then I need something to eat so I can take my medicine. And it's Curvy Girl Summer and King of Ashes Day, so I will be in the nearest bookstore. I have a copy of the King of Ashes coming already, but I do want to grab Curvy Girl Summer if I can. I don't never want to hear a black author say again that we ain't doing nothing for them and whatever. I just trekked through a monsoon to go get the only 2 copies of Great Black Hope and Plus Size Player in that store. My feet went ick. Hi, Mom. Hi. Alright, we went to vote. I went and picked up the books that I wanted. Now I am making a quick breakfast before I need to head out. I'll take a quick shower. I'm making Taylor ham. It's not called pork roll. I don't care what you say. I also have to tell what part of Jersey you're from if you say pork roll. What, baby? Yeah, I am making some eggs for my sandwich, for our sandwich. Mama's having one too. I don't normally like, I'm picky with eggs. I can eat it on a sandwich though. Y'all be on the internet with the, mushy, the soft yolk eggs and all that. No thank you. I'm not that kind of adult. But yeah, we got some Taylor ham, and then I got some for me, I got Dave's Killer Bread. I think Mom is gonna do hers on sourdough English muffins.
Be able to flip things on its head.
So one Sky Day, so it's a Caribbean author who wrote it. And
okay, guys, I didn't record any of the other bits of the meal, but we're having dessert, and this is a chocolate mousse.
No, I would love to do cooking show. Wait, do a quick intro.
Oh, this is really good.
Is it?
Hi everyone, my name is I'm tired. I don't want to do nothing else for the rest of the week. I really don't want nobody talking to me either. I'm about to get in the car. My mother's about to starve to death. Headed back to Harlem. I will get more footage this time. It's warm out now. It wasn't earlier. But I'll put on my Converses when I get in the car. Or once we get there. So, there's that. This night was so much fun. The vibes were there. I'm so proud of Yachty and Sibo. It was such a great conversation about Sky Full of Elephants and just about generational healing. You know, this is Mom and Yachty's daughter talking about knitting and crocheting. That's Yachty's son. There was just an amazing turnout for them. Everybody asked such great questions. The food was good. It was just so much fun.
Telling Sibo, this is the first time that my brother and I met actually in person. So I want to tell a little bit about the story of how he said, how'd you get my book? I said, we're gonna talk about it. So my mentor and my sister friend, Dr. Damaris Dunn, that's in the corner over there. When my femtor is here, Dr. Bettina Love. Shout out to Dr. Bettina Love, y'all. When she's here, when she's teaching classes on Mondays, she usually asks us to go to dinner. So she's like, oh, y'all free? She be booked and busy. So when she's here, we make it a point to either go to her class, visit, and then she's like, I want to take y'all out. So one of these nights, she took us out. We had her favorite. I'm not gonna tell y'all because then, when she's there, it's gonna be real busy. So I'm gonna keep it exclusive. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it exclusive because she loves that spot. But we went, we had a time, and we were in the car. So the spot closes at 10. If you know for NYC, that's really early. But the spot closes early. So then what happens is that we just stay in the car and we just be talking and catching up.
Y'all do like teenage vibes, don't you?
Absolutely. Sisterhood stays lives, yes? Yes. So we were in the car and she's like, y'all gotta read this book, Sky Full of Elephants. She's like, I haven't got through chapter 2, but y'all have to read it. And one thing Dr. Bettina Love knows about me is that I love to read. Right? I read wide, I read focused. And as soon as she said that, Amazon cart, I'm sorry, Amazon, I know. Amazon cart, next day, could not put it down. So that's the story I got. I got my hands on the book. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot my shot. Because I was like, I need to be in conversation with this brother because I can't imagine that there's a living person that is writing these words.
It has been a rough week. I didn't really realize that this weekend was Father's Day. And I'm gonna be honest, it's been whooping my ass. We are headed to the Schomburg. So that's something to look forward to. It's supposed to rain all day. So I think most of the events that are supposed to be outside are going to be moved to inside, or to change schedule for different days, which is fine. I am in the car, well, getting in the car. Waiting for my mother. I feel like she wait until she feel like I'm not doing nothing, or at least nothing of importance to her, to start asking me to do stuff. And I hate smelling like in the house. Not that in the house stink, but like she was cooking something for Gunner and she used his like dog seasoning on it, and now the house smell like dog seasoning. I don't want that on my clothes. So like, why would you wait until I'm dressed? But mamas don't care about nothing but themselves. Okay? All right. Because what she asked me to do didn't even really need to be done for real. It's just her looking for something to bother me with. But yeah, I'm going to sit in the car and wait for her. Try to find my inner peace. And what am I gonna do? Probably listen to some more of Jewel by Beverly Jenkins. That's been the easiest thing for me to listen to or to read, is audiobooks, particularly romance. Y'all saw me hooting and hollering about King of Ashes, which is very good. I'll probably finish that tomorrow. And what else? And then the rest of the month I have like fairly lined up. Reading is hard. Focusing is hard. I don't think people really talk about the toll grief takes on, like, I think there's like a generalized mental health conversation, but I don't think like we are really talking about the effects of mental health. Like I mean, like grief. Like, I don't think y'all really understand when I say the brain fog is intense. Like, it's intense. I'm forgetting everything. Like, I cannot focus to save my life. It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm trying to work through and like navigate that, but it's a lot. So it's like the next time you are talking to someone that's grieving, or you know someone that has lost someone, whether it be like a family member or a close friend or whatever, and they're grieving, give them grace. Because it's more than just, I lost this person and I have to learn to live without them. No, it's more than that. It's more than just, I miss this person really, really bad. And like, it's not that I regret maybe how I've navigated grief with people in my life, because that's not the case. I've always been kind. I've always been patient with people going through stuff, right? But something that I'm trying to be cognizant of is pushing that on other people. So when I do talk about my feelings, when I do share certain things, it's after I've spent time processing it, and it's not me projecting, right? Because my anger and my sadness don't belong to anybody else but me. And I find a lot of times that people are looking for pity, and I'm not looking for pity. I just want y'all to know that this shit is whooping my ass. It's whooping my ass. Like, it's like, when I say I don't remember anything, I was looking for a banana for 3 hours in the house yesterday, because I made myself something to eat, grabbed my plate, the banana, a bottle of water, and my iced tea. Knew where everything else that I had was but that damn banana. That's grief. Okay? So, like, give people grace. I'm very adamant. I don't want this to be my personality. It's just what I'm going through right now. And, like, this is I think that's what these vlogs are for, right? So that you can see a look into someone else's life and how they're navigating stuff. What I will say, grief is not an excuse to be nasty to people. The bad things that are happening to you in your life are not an excuse to be nasty and to be rude to people and to be inconsiderate, right? Because, again, your feelings are your own. Message. I communicate very well. I'm not having a good day today. I don't want to talk. Don't expect to hear from me. I had to tell somebody recently, like, yo, the last time I spoke to you, you were telling me how your feelings were hurt because I was trying to set boundaries around my grief. And that's uncalled for. Like, that is inconsiderate. That's mean and nasty. Because I don't have time to manage your feelings and my own. Right? I don't have the capacity for that right now. Because you can't understand a boundary because you feel like you are entitled to me. It's okay to just shut up. You don't have to ask people that are grieving every 5 minutes how they are feeling. I feel the same. My father is dead. Okay? Like, I really do. I just feel like some people do try to make it like this whole thing, and I'm it's not that. I want people to feel seen, right? I want people to also understand that there are things in your life that don't stop. Like, my life doesn't stop just because my father is gone. There are still things to be happy about. I just have bad days some days, and that's okay. Life still goes on. But if I can be considerate and I can still be kind and I can still be functioning, all while this is what my life looks like right now, you have no fucking excuse.
Is 17 years old. She attends Franklin Court High School. She's entering her senior year, and she will be performing a piece called VB. She enjoys poetry as well as knitting and binge watching Netflix. So please join me in welcoming up Anissa Abdurrahman. And next, I'll welcome up Skylar Bowley, who is 17 years old, a recent graduate, and she will be matriculating at Xavier University in Louisiana in the fall. Skylar is head of her step team. She enjoys cooking, and she also enjoys spoken word. She plans to pursue a career in marketing in the future. Please welcome Skylar Bowery. So, in spoken word, we have something called the sacrificial lamb, oftentimes, just to warm up the stage. And so, before they do a piece, I will do a piece that I wrote when I was their age. Is that all right with y'all? Yeah. Okay. The pain in her eyes struck the clenched fist as her lips trembled. Symbols of shackles, chains, whips, ships, the rape, the brutality, the work, tapered her every movement. Her heart became truant. Many times these actions rehearsed as her soul burst into tears. Diverse hatred dispersed upon the first voice she hears. She is trapped in the curse. The hearse is living in her mind. And all that time, no one ever reimbursed her many deaths, nor the theft of her life. And despite her countless efforts to fight, these are her rites of passage. Ignite my rage, the sages in my pride, prayers of a black chief slave, her rights long denied. All right, so up first, we will have Skylar Bowery.
Dream, little black girl, dream.
'cause that's all you'll ever do. We've been dreaming for centuries and have always seen it through. People be riding on our dreams, our sorrows and our fears, always there to listen to others, yet for us, no one has a second to hear. We hold on to our dreams so others can achieve. Fear our nightmares in silence, 'cause ain't nobody care about our dreams. But our dreams turn into businesses, causes, and careers. Our dreams win Tonys, Oscars, and Best Albums of the Year. Our dreams win gold medals in the Olympics, and we get first place. Our dreams make us Vice President of the United States. Our dreams speak through poetry as we express ourselves ever divinely. We talk that talk like my girl, Miss Nikki Giovanni. So you dream your little dreams, and I'll dream some dreams of mine, 'cause our dreams are their nightmares. It's a story as old as time. Yes, dream, little black girl, dream, 'cause you will meet success. Dream, little black girl, dream, 'cause little black girl dreams are the best.
Give me the jazz, the soul, the blues, the rhythms that we shaped into the youth. We stay the start of new trends. They stay on something that wasn't meant for them. We be the mac and cheese, the collard greens, the candied yams, the things that continue to represent us as a community. We be staying fresh out in these streets. Looking fly is the one thing we gotta do to keep us complete. We be the victims of the white man's plan. They keep doing things to make us feel lesser than. Whipped, kicked, and tricked, use your crow to restrict. Stripped of our rights, but our spirits won't be flipped. We be the box braids, the cornrows, the one thing the white man couldn't contain. Shaping our hair goes way back. Our ancestors wove freedom in every strand. Building maps of paths that led us to the destined land. Destined for freedom, but the freedom looked like the past life, just shaped differently. Looking forward to being equal with the white man, but then came the same end. Now we be in chokeholds, taking our last breaths in the one person we least expect, the badge. The badge that guarantees all protection. But when that security was built for the white man, what then? Racing after runaways who run away to be free. Free from a life that has no means. Now we be the stereotypes. The watermelon eaters, the fried chicken fienders, the big dreams that they said we couldn't achieve without the help of the white man. Are you seeing a trend? The white man has become the problem we can't get away from. Running fast from the past, but the past is where they stay from. Running too fast might trap you in the system. Chains on my mind, gotta fight just to lift them. Fighting for dear life, but you know that won't fix them. Living the life of the black man, something the white man can never understand.
Okay. I had to, we had to skip out on the rest of the keynote because trying to catch SIBO. So we are walking down. When we come back, I'll walk around and see the different vendors and stuff. It looks like it's a lot of books out here and authors and stuff. So we shall see. The keynote was cool though. Just trying to find my cousin. It's raining, so I just want to make sure somebody is out here, you know? That's me showing up, showing out for people. It's a little chilly. I could have bundled up some.
In the idea, sometimes that can be a little bit challenging. In my perspective, it's been having to, persuade a lot of people sometimes. That doesn't always feel great. But I also know that the work that I'm doing isn't, it's not just about money. It's really about creating legacy and lineage in this space. And I know that, I love the fact that you said that Schomburg connect to one another.
You don't have to move.
And make something that's lifelong, so there's so many things. I'm really curious to hear what y'all think about the risk and reward too.
Yeah, no, not dissimilar to be fair. I think obviously the reward for us is that we're existing a system and a culture a microcosm in many ways of America, but you know, we are very, very small within that. And so to be able to put ourselves out there, the minute we set up memoranda, you know, I had more than enough authors that wanted to be published, and who told me that they've been trying for years and they've been ignored. And we were able to create this beautiful environment for our authors where they just really support each other.
Responses. I don't read the question because we're here to listen. I like to hear. Octavia Butler famously said we can be our solutions if we choose to be. Could you share an example of how your work does that?
Got it.
For you
Thank
and
you
your
for
work.
that. Wow, that was great. I think imagination is the prerequisite to actualization. Let me say that again so you guys can hear it. This is very important. Imagination is a prerequisite to actualization. If you do not have the space and time to imagine a new world, you cannot possibly create one. And when you walk out of this door today, you have to understand they're actively trying to take your attention. They're actively trying to take your time. Everyone around you is trying to draw you away from being able to sit in the center of yourself and imagine something else. And the minute that you do, you create something. I think that's what Blackness is. It's an ever self-powering creativity and inclusivity. And if we don't have the space, we can't actually get to that power center. And I think my book, it attempts to force the people to experience the same speculations that I had when I was writing it, and ask the same questions, and then so doing magic. And so those of you who don't know what this, how many people know what this book is about? Okay, good. All the white people do that in this book. That's what happens.
Sorry, spoilers. I don't know if that spoils it for me, though, really.
All the white people walk into an ocean, or the body of water, they drown all at once, and they leave the country to people of color to now figure out how to, overcome traumas that they may not realize they have.
Her best in a death match against a gorilla.
Because who wears short shorts? Kappas wear short shorts.
100 sigmas redeemed 10 billion kappas.
Hey.
We have 30 seconds.
Why I gotta find a sigma in the room just to prove this?
Alright, team Earth Tones.
It's our teasy.
We're gonna go with A because we figured at first they could just annoy the gorilla. But we're gonna go with B.
B. Okay. $100. Alright, Team Arlo. Okay. So we have.
We're all underestimating gorillas because they would definitely peel the skull back of the first person and then everybody would flee.
Also, the cues will just take each other. So we have. There'll be 3 left after they're all Team Arlo one. It's 50 cues. Team Green is 100 sigmas, and Team B or Team Earth Tones is 100 alphas. No one chose the kappas. You're asking too many questions. The Q&A is not too old. Too many questions. Security. All right, let's see the answer.
I felt like trying to find the beat, find the rhythm. I grew up in the 90s where there was a lot of basement parties, and I was just kind of, figuring it out as I went. And there was a point where I just kind of forgot the steps to the electric slide. And please do not judge me, but it was like a get together, and I just felt embarrassed and was okay, this is the easiest, whatever, line dance, and I just forgot which direction to go. So it was like, you know, learning how to dance as a black person and just kind of feeling that heat, you know.
What? I wrote a sort of welcome speech for the incoming class of the Jackie Robinson Society, which is a secret organization for black people who are foolish enough to be the first black people to do something in front of white people.
Thank you, Wyatt and Clover.
My piece, I just want to say I really resent tying with the audience in a few things. It would have been more satisfying to just crush all of you. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually a competitive person at all. My piece is called Love and Water, and it's just was about like first impressions of love and trying to figure oneself out, looking a little bit as being a little black girl, but then also like marrying and divorcing young and different types of relationship trauma, and also how dating apps are like unspeakable.
Thank you. Alex.
I wrote about my grandmother who passed away a couple years ago and how she allowed me to cook in her kitchen for the first time. And how I was given the reins to the kingdom, essentially. She taught me how to make empanadas, and so it was about earning her trust.
Alex's piece also had my favorite first line of any essay. Do you remember the first line? Yeah.
My grandma doesn't like niggas in her kitchen.
Thank you,
I
Alex.
also don't like niggas in my kitchen.
That is a good first line. Wow. I wrote the essay called "You Ain't Killing That Shit Until a Black Woman Says So," just to remind folks that black women, we are everything and we see it all, and so much so that even the mundane becomes the most brilliant piece of art. And while it sounds funny when someone walks down the street, when someone else says, "Okay, Boots, the way you walk through the world like a superhero," from there on out, I just thought it was just a formula to the magic, and that's what I wrote about.
And Mahogany, you had one of my favorite quotes. It was a baby quote. Remember the baby quote?
Them ain't real leather, baby. Something about her shoes, like when you tried. What'd I say? What'd I say?
Black women know the difference.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah.
Look at her, baby. You remind me of her, except, and I held my breath because no one can read you to feel like a church-going prayer warrior. She finished without a glance my way. Look at them heels. Those are good shoes.
That wasn't a quote.
That's what you get. Remember what you like. Shoot.
I guess you didn't say baby a lot. Let me just smile at myself since we are doing this. Here, pass this to mine.
Oh, black women are the epitome of get to it. They know the difference between look at that beautiful baby and now that's a baby. Well, that's right. We ain't gonna say your baby ugly, but we just gonna say, ooh, look at that shoes. Triple toes. Terrible.
All right, Shamira.
I wrote about growing up in Harlem and finding out that my dad was a scammer, and what it's like to just figure out that your heroes are human, and sometimes not necessarily the best people.
Come on this way.
That was a very good time. The only thing I'd want them to do different is pacing out the panels, like for the popular ones. So like I would have loved to see Imani Perry, but that was at the same time as Sibyl Campbell. I would have loved to see Irvin Weathersby, but that was at the same time as Damon Young. So like I had to pick and choose. Other than that, I had a really good time. What about you?
Oh no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Agreed. You know, they should have given more space to in between the events so that people could have the option of. It kind of puts me in the mind of Essence, like the concerts. Like you have this very popular person going on the big stage, and then look at the mini ring. It's just as popular. Right. So you gotta, you know, pick and choose where you're gonna be. Look at those babies.
Yeah, now we just need to figure out something to eat and go home.
Yeah,
walk the dog, and then I'm getting into bed. I could do a full plate. Baby, you really gonna do this right now? Thank you. Let me show the babies let me show the people your baby. This is his baby. Y'all saw me open this last week, but this is the one that he's decided to keep intact. His little ducky. Or it's a chicken, a rooster. I don't know. It's your baby. Boop. 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 They can never see your face. You always just out of the camera. I wanted to show y'all my little haul from the Schomburg yesterday. This was not included, but that was in Mom's room with some of these. So I'll start with all of the ARCs that I got. So HarperCollins was there. Amistad is an imprint of HarperCollins that focuses on an array of different literature. So some of these are not out yet, but they were on the table and I got them. Now they were like, oh, 2 per person, and I was like, hey mom, there are 2 books over here I think you'd like. Thank you very much. So first I got Positive Obsession, The Life and Times of Octavia E. Butler by Susanna M. Morris. I'm super excited about this. I meant to tell Jess that I got this. Where's my phone? It's in my pocket. I meant to tell Jess. I did not tell her. But she's gonna be a little jealous. She's gonna be just a little touch jealous that I got a copy of this. So there's that. Then Ian K. Smith has a new book coming out. This is called Beyond Midnight. This is a mystery thriller type situation. That is a part of a series. I haven't read the other ones, but I have been interested. So thank you, buddy, for all of the kisses. So I got that. Then I got Surviving Paris, a memoir of healing in the city of light by Robin Allison Davis. This looked very, very interesting. Yes, baby, I'm going to take you out in a second. This looks very, very interesting. Cut it out. So I grabbed that. Oh, you want your baby. Here's your baby. It's your baby. It's your pups, baby. It's your baby. Go get it. And then this one I've actually been very interested in. It is called Family Spirit. This says it blends elements of Alice Hoffman's Practical Magic and Gloria Naylor's Mama Day. I'm just interested because I'm interested. Hey, can I be an instrument in changing your life? Is that alright? Now I gotta listen to that song. So I got this. Per usual, y'all know I don't know what I'm gonna read. Y'all see it in the vlog. Y'all see it on the internet somewhere. I'll get to it eventually. And then I have 2 more. Trying to multitask. I don't know why I'm trying to multitask. I'll be sending pictures to Jess, and when I tell you, like, so y'all can't see, y'all can only see up here. I'll be sending pictures to Jess. All this style me, all my business be out in the picture, so it's all right, whatever. That's what besties are for. Just show all your business. Just show all your business. Okay, then I got The Ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery by Clarence A. Haynes. I'm super excited about this. This book cover is absolutely beautiful. I do have the e-arc for this. Nope, not the e-arc. The ALC from Libro. Got to listen to him talk. And it's signed. I love that. Got to listen to him speak. And he had me very, very, very convinced. I already wanted to read it. So I'm excited to have this. And then we'll be seeing him again later this month, which I forgot I had got tickets for. And then I got That's How They Get You. This is edited by Damon Young and has a bunch of different contributors to it. Super excited to read this. I've been a follower of Damon Young since he had his blog, Very Smart Brothers, back in the day. And he's always been funny. I think the part of me that has low-key always wanted to be a writer has wanted to write like him. I want my writing to be funny but relatable. I want there to be this impact, but it's still conversational and still tangible for everybody. And I think I'm achieving that in some ways, but I still got work to do. So there's that. I don't think I'm really fully admitting that I want to be a writer for real, but you know, it's something I dabble in a little bit here and there. And then last but certainly not least, we met the women of we met Ednisha Salisbury and Kimberly Moore. Excuse me. They are what the two women that make up Women Be hold on a second because I'm drawing a blank. My mind is all over the place, all over the place, all over the place, all over the place. My mind is all over the place. Black Women Be Whole is their Instagram page, which I will probably put on the screen somewhere, but they have this workbook that is like a self-help, self-healing type situation with journal prompts and things to help us achieve setting boundaries and loving ourselves better and just being mentally a little bit more healthy. And there are coloring pages in here, which I love. So the bag came with a book and it came with coloring pencils. So y'all might see me coloring and kind of working through this. They were absolutely wonderful. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know that Kimberly Moore is who called my mama the Orange Tangerine Dream. So now we have a new name for the Gigi Made It. But yeah, yesterday was absolutely beautimous. It was a very great day. I'm glad that we went. I'm glad that we were able to I was about to say, I know these color pencils ain't not sharpened. I was about to be mad, but they're sharpened. Gunner You about to knock my stuff over, baby. But yeah, it was a very good day. I'm glad that we went. I mean, even with the rain, it wasn't my dog is a troll. He took the plastic bag. Even with the rain, we still had a good time, and I think that that is a testimony to my people, right? Black people have been in a proverbial rainstorm more times than we care to acknowledge, right? More times than we would like to have to admit, but somehow we still find a way to have fun, to celebrate our history, to celebrate each other, to uplift each other, and to support each other in times of uncertainty. So it was a very, very good day. And I'm glad Mom and I had the opportunity to go and to just make friends and meet people, to support Sibo Campbell, right? Y'all know that's my cousin. He really has become family, and to know that I've been able to create such a bond just from my love and passion for books is great. So yeah, there's that. Today is Father's Day, and I really do think that my father passing so close to Father's Day is some sick joke or punishment for me calling somebody's mom out their name one day or something, like some cool punishment. So I mostly stayed to myself today. I'm grateful to have people in my life that respect my boundaries, right? That's something that I worked really hard to put into place. And I just told these people, oh, that's a different one. Never mind. Let me mind my business. I worked really hard to put boundaries in place. Like, I've been through a lot in my short lifetime, and I've done a lot of work to put boundaries in place to protect myself and to take care of myself. And I am very glad to say that I have people in my life that go as hard about my boundaries as they do their own. I think that's something that I had to sit down and reflect on this week, that although life is not ideal right now, right, for a lot of different reasons, I can say that I have created a community around myself that is aiding in my healing, right? Like, I don't have to, or I don't feel the need to escape from my life, or from the people around me as I am going through things, because they are not a burden to me, right? Like, I've taken a lot of time to handcraft the people and the things around me. And I think that's important, right? I think that's why I can still find joy in these moments, right? That I still am able to do things and kind of go through things while still living my life to the best of my abilities, because I don't live a life with people that I don't genuinely love and care about, that genuinely love and care about me back, right? I don't have anybody in my life that I don't like, right? Or that doesn't honor me in the same ways that I honor them. Like, I've handpicked this life, right? And obviously I'm continuing to do that. Continuing to be very intentional about who and what is around me and who and what I consume and so on and so forth. But I think that's a big part of it. I'm very, very, very intentional. So it makes things like this easier because I don't have to spend time escaping, right? Or for example, so on Tuesday, we went to see Yachty and Sibo Campbell at Yachty's event, Live Brunch Sundays. And I haven't known Yachty that long, right? But her dad passed away 11 years ago on the day that would have made, or that made it a month since my dad passed. And she did this guided meditation around grief, right? And it really made me sit back and say that, like, yeah, I really set my life up in a way where the things that I need the most are coming from the people that I've curated in my life, right? The people that I've made these connections with. And that's important to me. So you can curate the life that you want to have. You can. And like I've said before, life doesn't have to be like, even when bad things are happening, you have the choice to see the good and stuff. You still can find joy even in sad times. Now, what I will ask y'all to do is stop trying to compare your journey in grief to somebody else's, no matter what kind of grief it is, a relationship, somebody passes, like a family member or a parent passing or whatever, because everybody's situation is different. I also want y'all to stop trying to bond with me just because your dad died and now mine has too. I don't want to build relationships that way. I have no desire to build relationships that way. Those that have been following me for a long time know that I have almost never spoken about my father on my platform outside of the times that he's been sick and I've traveled and I've recorded that. And that is for a reason, right? My relationship with my father wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, right? Did I have good times with him? Yes. Right? Because no relationship is all bad. And I think that's something that people sometimes struggle with when they're healing, because especially in times of death, right? When grief gets involved, it's hard to navigate those feelings because, yeah, this isn't somebody that was always super great to me or always super nice to me, but that doesn't negate the good times and the laughs and the things like that. But that's hard to conceptualize sometimes. But I wasn't a daddy's girl. I wasn't. If anything, I was my pop-pop's girl. But my dad, not really. My sisters were. One of my older sisters, to be specific, is a daddy's girl. And, I find that people want to be kind and like they want to have the things to say, but I think it's just easier when people, stop pitying me, right? I don't want your pity. This is a part of life. But I also prefer the things that are genuine and intentional, right? My friends that are close to me are, they know what type of person I am. They know, Gunner, what's that, buddy? They know that I'd rather come to them with things versus like always checking on me or always, asking how I'm doing or whatever the case may be. Like, I just don't work well that way. But yeah, like, stop trying to trauma bond with people that you don't really know on the internet, right? That maybe you want to know. Like, maybe you want to be friends with me. I don't know. I question people about that all the time. I don't know why y'all want to be friends with me. I'm strange. I'm joking before somebody gets in my comments and be like, talk nice about yourself. People want to be your friend because you're a great person. Shut up. But no, like, just be normal and ask me about books like everybody else does. Like, I know you mean well, but you also don't know me. You only know what I tell you. You only know what I show you. Right? So yeah, just make sure when you are talking to people that are grieving that you are being intentional. And that you're not just, that it's not just about you. I think a lot of people want to do things because they feel like it's the right thing to do, or they feel like it's what they needed when they were going through the same thing. And it's like, ask me what I need. And to be honest with you, all I want is to be left alone about it, I talk about it on here, which helps when I have little tidbits. I'll talk about it in some of my writing once I get back into a writing schedule on Substack. But, like, it's okay to just not, But again, the reason that I say you need to tailor it specifically to the person that you are trying to reach out is know your people, right? If you have a friend that needs to be spoken to all the time, that needs that kind of support, then give that to them. I am not that person. It was actually interesting today. Like, I put in the Discord, like, hey, don't ask me how I'm doing. Like, I don't like that. I don't want y'all to, all day be like, oh, I know today is going to be hard for you and blah, blah, blah. Like, I have it on my own. I got that in my head already. I don't need y'all reminding me that my father is dead. I know, girl. And it was interesting watching some people just ignore that, because they want to do what they want to do. The world is very interesting, and it's something that a lot of people won't understand until they go through it themselves. And to be honest with you, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish for y'all to know what it's like to lose a parent, right? Half of what created me is gone, and that is something that I have to struggle with. But not only that, I have to watch my sisters navigate this, which is also hard. Life is just different, and I think we're kind of taught to just accept stuff because, oh, well, people are trying to be nice. And it's like, okay, but your niceness is causing me pain, discomfort, grief. So how nice is it if you are not helping me, right? And we should be able to have those types of conversations without any issue. Because the person that DM'd me, she probably watching this too. I hope it's a lesson learned. But she was like, from one daddy's girl to another. Baby, I ain't never really spoken to you outside of you maybe commenting on my story once or twice. You don't know if I'm a daddy's girl or not. You projected on me because you were a daddy's girl. And you had a good relationship with your father, and your father is gone. Which, I'm sorry. I don't want to bond over my trauma. I don't want to do that. At all. So, there's that. I hope that helps y'all navigate dealing with grief with other people, right? And again, I feel like it's not going to make sense to a lot of people until they actually lose somebody. Or until they lose their parents, right? It's not going to make sense until you're in it. And you're experiencing it. Because even there was someone that was just like, oh, well, I grieve my father. And he's still alive because he's never been in my life. And I'm like, yeah, you can't compare what I'm going through and what you're going through, right? As somebody that also had to do the same thing, right? So it every situation is unique, and I wish we would be a little bit more considerate of the possibilities of other people's feelings. It's okay to just say, hey, I'm here, right? It don't always gotta be, you know, something big and drawn out. But yeah, I'm coloring as I'm talking to you, making it like an ombre situation. I actually don't enjoy coloring as much as other people do. Which y'all probably gonna be like, girl, I've watched you paint before. You have. Painting is different. I think I don't like coloring with color pencils and crayons. I think if I use my acrylic markers, I probably would have a better time, to be honest with you. Which maybe I'll try to do. But yeah, I don't know what time it is right now, but it's 8:44. I'm sorry, I'm texting Adela about how fine her brother is. My God, today, have y'all seen Uncle Charles? Have you? Ooh, baby. I tell you what. I see why short niggas, when they see me, they be like, Gunner, I'm gonna take you, baby. And they be like, I climbed that tree because I was like, if he got some free time, I occupy it. Okay, love you, bye.